Alright guys, we'll start the tour. So we got a little boathouse here. Basically, it's gonna be very vital for you to have one because you're gonna need it later. And this here takes us to our boathouse. That's the entrance, and going up will take us to our our peaks right here. So yeah, I mean, you can still defend it, and it's protected by turrets. You have bedrooms with a little farm over here. So you can actually have the cloth you need. It's going to be vital later as well, because you're going to need to use a lot of it to repair, well, the fish traps. This is a fishing base after all, and we're going to trap fishes. So yeah, this can be a bedroom for two, or you can make it into a bedroom and then more loot can be hidden in here as a solo. So going down to the main floor, let me just close that, and this is your fish farm. So your fish farm is also bunkered. You'll see how the stability bunker works in the build video itself, but yeah, it should have a lot of hidden drop boxes there where you can also store loot, but just be careful when you store loot in drop boxes, because if you put too much, well, they're just gone if it's a honeycomb. So yeah, we also have some loot rooms above, a vending machine to flex your fish if you want to get raided. Yeah, people do raid you with fish, trust me. This is also protected by turrets, as you can see there, and yeah, let's go ahead and make a hammer. Hold on. This, well, that's the upkeep, guys. For a solo, for a duo, that's pretty cheap. So yeah, basically that's kind of like the tour. Let's go ahead and build it. Alright, so let's start off with a foundation, and then make sure that you have a fish trap in hand so you know that the foundation is the right level where you can basically put fish traps everywhere. I suggest though that you build this in like a lake or somewhere where there's fresh water, because it just basically gives you the maximum yield for the scrap, in my experience. The catfish is too OP. If you catch a lot of catfish, then you literally have everything. So that part you need to remove, and then we'll do the same here. So first off, we're just gonna make like the most minimal that we can make it, and we can start operating with our fish traps, because remember, scrap buys everything. Scrap buys metal, weapons, cloth, food, anything. So even if it's not like force wipe, getting a lot of scrap will help a lot, especially as a solo and a duo. So yeah, this part we're gonna make wood, because that's gonna be the entrance to our boat base. We will need a boat to go to fishing village to basically, well, sell the fish. So that's your airlock, and we're gonna go ahead and continue to build here. So you can see I haven't placed TC yet, because I want to place TC on this side. Make sure if you're gonna put TC, it's at least facing away from the shore where people would need to swim to raid to that side, right? It just makes it a lot harder for people to do so. So yeah, to start with, this is what it's gonna be like. I'm just gonna put a door here. We're probably not gonna use it yet, but we'll see. And this part, we're gonna temporarily make a platform, so we can make your TC housing here. Yep. You can upgrade this, whatever is available to you to upgrade, but yeah, later on it's going to be double honeycomb from the outside. You should be good. And then we can put our fish traps and ready to make some scrap. All we need to do now is hunt some wolves, bears. They actually provide the best yield as baits because of the bait level. So this is what you have. You can just put your bags here, put some boxes here temporarily, and then you can even put your tier 2 somewhere and just like pop it in. But I'd like to put a lot of these furnaces as well, so I can get the metal cracking as soon as possible. Because like every time you need to upgrade anything, the only thing about having a fish trap base is you need to destroy the fish traps. The good thing is they're 200 wood to craft and just 5 cloth, so you're fine. They're easy to replace, and you're gonna be doing a lot of removing of the fish traps in this base. So this part, I suggest you metal right away, and then you can just stone that, or even just wood this part. I just like to stone that just in case. So also place that because that will hold this entire portion of the base. Later on, if you actually have enough to HQM that part, go ahead. Now upgrade only this part and that part, but leave those two open, as they will basically be, well, your bunker. Alright, so we remove that. Make sure you upgrade that part to HQM first, and then go ahead and do so. And then metal this, because this part we're gonna put a shelf here, which is gonna hold our turret later, so you won't be able to reach the back part. This is a loot room. Then we'll go ahead and put your door frames there. If you notice, I'm currently in rusticated because Build Sanctuary doesn't have the terrain that I need for this build. So yeah, so just putting down some barrels for the loot room here. If you want to make this your main loot room, it's completely up to you, but normally I would store like important loot in the drop boxes below, and then try to HQM as much as I can with the entire thing below, and even the foundations on there. So yeah, put a door frame here. You can add double door if you want in this door frame, completely up to you. So let's remove these for now, and we're gonna create, well, another turret pod here. So just a half wall, yeah, a half wall, and then put a triangle there, and then wall it out. And this part can be our loot room. So make sure this is metal, because you won't be able to reach it later once you have like the window frame. And this will act as your usable honeycomb as well. It's up to you if you want to like put some loot in these as well, depending on how safe that part of your base do you think. Alright, so this part, yeah, you don't have to metal that part right away, because you are going to be able to reach it later with like a little look radius manipulation. But yeah, if you can though, just go ahead and metal it. It should be a lot easier for you, and you don't have to do like trying to reach it and having a hard time. So we're gonna put your bags here now, and on this part, this is gonna be your battery module, and this is also gonna be honeycomb from the outside. So yeah, this is pretty much a safe battery place. Oops, downgraded it. Alright, put your tier 3 in front of it. So make sure you set that up correctly before you put the tier 3, because you know, like picking up a tier 3 is like what, 300 scrap per pickup? I'm not really sure, but yeah. So just do the same loot room on this part. Make sure that's metal, and then upgrade. Don't worry, we can always upgrade it from the inside if you can't do it now. So later on, I actually had to no clip to upgrade that part, but yeah, just try to remember that there is a door there, and you can always upgrade it whenever you need to. So the spam garage doors. I really like these garage doors, bro. They're my favorite. I've been using them for a long time. Like the first time I saw them in the Frost video, I'm like, bro, that's a good looking garage door. Doesn't glow in the dark, but it's pretty awesome. So this part we need to upgrade, because although we can go ahead and upgrade it from the inside, it might be harder. This one is the one I was talking earlier. I'm gonna upgrade that now, and we're gonna create another loot room here. So if you're gonna see later, like all these loot rooms are gonna be protected by a couple of turrets. You can actually add more. Maybe like add some solar panels as well to up your power output. But yeah, mostly this base is pretty easy to make, that anyone can do it. Okay, trust me. And I've been raided in this base, and it wasn't a pleasant experience for the people raiding. I even put like shotgun traps in mine, but that's up to you if you want to do that. Like for example, if they try to go down there, it's gonna be surrounded by a fuck ton of shotgun traps. So let's just put some drop boxes here. You don't necessarily have to use these, but that's up to you. It's just me showcasing that you are gonna have space for a lot of loot, even as a solo and a duo. Okay. So yeah, let's place that there. Get up and replace the bag, of course. Alright, so this is what you have now. Pretty livable with a boat base, and you're also garnering fish already. So you're good to go. Now, the second floor. Let's go ahead and see. We're trying to upgrade all the foundations first. Given, like, for example, you've removed the fish trap so you can build. Before you put them back, go ahead and upgrade the foundations. Go ahead and upgrade the floor. and leave those twigs. Now, to make your second floor, just put low walls all around. We're gonna make the Hamburg peaks, the one in Cork video. So pretty basic. But this thing was built to basically be fully honeycombed with a tiny farm and a fish farm and defendable with bedrooms. Alright? So, but yeah, I mean, if you can't PvP for shit, you can also use this base. You literally just get every BP. I've tried it multiple times and it's just insane, bro. For a solo to have like generation of about 1,500 scrap an hour, it is insane to me as a solo. Alright, like it's really hard to grind scrap as a solo, especially these days when safe zones give you less. So yeah, groups can just camp you and take all your scrap. In this case, you won't lose any of it, because you don't need to recycle anything unless you get something that you'd want to recycle. So let's just put these roof pieces on top, and they're all going to be triangles, so no squares. So once you have that closed down, make sure you upgrade with the normal stone model, alright? Because basically if you make it into something else, the gaps are bigger, you're less protected. So yeah. Then let's build your bedroom here, and your viewing deck is what I like to call it. Okay, we're gonna use a little bit of a, well, it's not really like an exploit that you win when you get it. It's a bug in the game that lets you see above your base, so at least you know when people are camping on there. So let's put that, and it's a little bit of extra, but yeah, I mean, pretty good. So you can see people on top right now, but you'll see later what I mean. And you can also put your farm now on this part here. So we're gonna do it like that, and just place everything like so. Then we're gonna put a half wall, so you're gonna be crouching a lot in this base. That's gonna basically hold the water and all that. Remember, you can now pick up planter boxes. Okay, both planter boxes or any planter box you can pick up now, unlike before you have to destroy them. So we're gonna make your bedrooms. Let's say your duo. So full kit lockers, beds, and you're good to go. Alright. Now the placement of these beds are specific like this, so you have an easier time jumping up on the half wall. Alright. Now you can make your farm like so. Don't worry, you're in fresh water. If you're in fresh water, all you need is a pump, and you have a limited supply of water already. Do the same on this side. Yep. Put your sprinkler down, then put your heater. Okay, you got your tiny farm. Now, make sure that the top window here is gonna be windowed, and then we're gonna put shutters on them, so at least you only see above when the shutters are open, so everybody else can't use it against you to see where you're positioned peeking in case somebody's on that roof. We're gonna put shutters down. Then over here, we're gonna place the garage door. There you go. Then we're gonna start with your boathouse. It's pretty simple. It's 2 squares out, windows. You can actually just make it a solid wall. That's up to you as well. I just wanna go ahead and do the aesthetics of having like a window on there that I can look through. And most of the time I would exit on this part because it's safer. But yeah, and let's put a door frame on there that people can't get into, and close it out. Okay, that's what we have. Okay, let's go ahead and do some upgrading real quick. So just to make sure that they can't just blow through this wall right here, we'll just make it metal for now. And this one is also going to be metal, and we're going to metal that to lock in the TC so they can't loot it easily. And then we're going to upgrade everything else that we can upgrade to metal. So yeah, this one you can upgrade to metal because of the fact there's a vending machine there. Same goes for this because there's the metal triangle on there, which basically will be a metal wall equivalent. And because we already metaled the back ones when we created it, once we upgrade the outside portion of it, that's gonna be 16 rockets to get into that area, and they're gonna be greeted by a turret. So yeah, and once you have like armor doors, you can put that one in, then metal everything else that you can metal, just so we can up the raid cost. If you actually have HQM, go ahead and HQM the roof. Let's go and put your windmill down. So we're gonna put these frames first. Oops. And then we're gonna go ahead and put the grills down. This one will enable us to put the planter boxes on top. Basically, if you look here, they can't see you from the inside, but if you are inside, looking above through those windows that I placed earlier, they will be visible to you if they're like camping on top of your base. Yeah, plus you have 2 more planter boxes. Sure, everybody can loot them, but hey, it's fine. Alright, so after that, let's go ahead and put your turrets down. So there's going to be 2 turrets in here, so 1 there, and then we are going to be able to put like another planter box there. At the same time, we're going to put another turret over here. Don't worry, if you place it right, it's not going to interact with whatever your movement is going to be. Now we can put back your fish traps. There we go. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let me put the drop boxes. I actually forgot to put the drop boxes down. So let me get a drop box over here. 1 second, there we go. So you put the drop box on first, and you should be able to place that one in front. You can use this later on to basically store loot in. When you log out, all you have to do is make sure you log out at the bottom, okay? Because like if you log out on the top, there's gonna be no way to open this. This is just an additional feature that I placed since you can't put bags down on this area. Well, unless you made it into a terrain where you're able to, that allows you to put a bag down, then you should be fine. But most of the time you won't be able to do that. So, and always make sure to put the thing first before you put the fish traps, because with the fish traps they interact. I don't know with the hitbox, but it interacts so much with building that it basically blocks a lot of the stuff that you can build. So removing that basically opens it like so, and there you have it. The entire day you can just leave that open. Anyway, like destroying the fish traps and putting them back is not a big deal. It's 5 cloth. So you're good to go. Alright, now on with more upgrading. So there we go, just upgrade all of that. And it's always up to you what you want to go ahead and like estimate what's gonna happen to your base, like where people are gonna raid from, so you can budget your upgrade whatsoever. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a lot of upgrading. Upgrading is always optional. It's up to you and to the resources that you have available. But trust me, if you have a fish farm, especially with the new outpost, there are going to be times where you're able to buy a lot of metal really easily at Outpost at 50% discount, while you're making about what, 1,000 to 1,500 scrap an hour. You're fine, bro. Like literally, metal is going to be the last thing that you're going to be worried about, as long as you're capable of getting from your base to Outpost. Alright guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the finishing touches on the base. As you can see, you can also put like the drop boxes below and all that with your fish traps. But yeah, like I said, if you got to this part of the video, I really appreciate you being here. I would appreciate if you leave a comment, click the like button, you know, subscribe, everything, all that. If you have any questions, let me know. Until next time, man. Nito out.